Alright, well, we got my water to air intercooler in the mail today. Figured why not go live and share my excitement, because this thing is going to be sweet. I got everything coming in the mail. I got AN12 line coming. I have these fancy what the hell are they, like hose clamps. They're like shrink tubing. When you shrink on it, like you hit them with a heat gun and then they shrink down and they hold. Pretty excited for those. Never used them before, but they were recommended, so we're gonna try them. It'll help it look a lot cleaner, since I can't afford to weld on the AN12 fittings and all that crap right now. It's a CX Racing, I do believe. 3-inch inlet, 3-inch outlet on the intercooler. Everything has 3/4 inch line. We'll start with the big box here. This is the water pump here. Looks pretty neato bandito. It was made on 7/25 of 2017. I'll just have to get like a fitting, I guess, for that. Unless 3/4 inch line fits right over that. We'll find out when I get the AN12. There's the pump. We'll be doing that wiring pretty soon. Say that one for last, because that one's the intercooler. And this one will be the heat exchanger. Okay, if I had $1. There we go, this will definitely do the trick. There you go, that one's doing better. So this one should be the heat exchanger. And this will get mounted up in the front, probably in front of the radiator. I'm not sure. I think it goes in front of the radiator, because then you'd have warm air going through it if we had it behind the radiator. That's my guess. So that should be interesting to try and figure out how to mount. Remember, always cut towards yourself. There we go. That thing's pretty fancy. So here's the inlets and outlets. It's even got like an overflow thing. Dang, it comes with the cap that I can't seem to get off. Alright, you gotta be smarter than it. That's fancy. Comes with the cap. Should get one of those. They got those ones that tell you the temperature on them. This must be a drain. Some mounting points there. But yeah, this thing looks pretty sweet, pretty small. So that's basically like the, I mean, it's just a heat exchanger. The water will flow through here using that pump, and then it, you know, air will go through it, cool down the water. Well, I'm probably gonna run coolant though, because I live in Wisconsin, so I don't want that shit freezing. But yeah. This thing looks pretty sweet. Probably wrap this back up in this, so that way I don't fuck it all up. Hey! We'll actually put it back in the box. Alright, now the cool one. mean, it's not as fancy looking as a normal intercooler, but still exciting. This will probably keep my intake temps down a whole lot. Woo. Holy mother of God, this thing is ginormous. Oh. Oh yeah, that's cool. So it's like 3-inch. You can see in there, there's like the inner, it's basically like a radiator. So like the water goes in, goes through like a radiator would, and then comes out here. And so basically when the air is going through it, it cools the shit out of the water. So I'd imagine this thing's gonna work really good. This thing's big. Thing's ginormous. I mean, I knew it was going to be big because it'd have to be, but it doesn't weigh too much. I'd say like 4 or 5 pounds. It's pretty heavy for what it is, but you got some fancy barbed fittings. I kind of want to figure out what this thread is and order that to AN12, so that way I can at least have like the ones that are right there in the engine bay. They could be all nice, because this wouldn't be that hard. I don't have to weld on AN12 to this. I can just do the adapters to AN12. So maybe I'll look into getting those. I just got to figure out what size the threads are. Let's see. Should have my... Got some ginormous taps. Maybe those will be able to tell me. I don't know, I think it's half-inch tap. Yep, I'd say that fits. So it's a half-inch MPT. So I'll order up that half-inch MPT. It's a AN12. Yeah, it is AN12. Because AN12 has a 3/4 inch outer diameter, but the inside diameter is like just under. Just gonna have to lube it up to try and get it on some of these fittings. So that works out sweet. So I have to order up that. But yeah. So that's my water to air intercooler opening. Nothing fancy. Well, I guess it is pretty fancy. Most people just do the air to air. But being mid-engine and all, I think this will work better. I just got to figure out how I'm going to go about mounting this thing. Where I'm going to mount it. Yeah, might have to like put it inside the engine bay like this, and then like weld a tab off of the tube chassis in the back with like a tab right here, and just bolt it in right there. So that way it's like this. The intake go up to the mass airflow sensor intake, and this way it would go down and then into the turbo. All right, probably gonna be it. Any questions while I'm here? I see one person's here. Must be you, Paul. Yeah, pretty excited. They're gonna be a good time. Hopefully they'll keep my intake temps down. I don't see why it won't. That thing is impressive. It's gonna be, as long as the air doesn't get, or the water, like the coolant that's gonna be in there, doesn't get heat soaked. I want to get they have like stuff that you can, like additives that you can put in the coolant, you know, make it a little bit better, or like it'll cool better. I'm probably gonna pick up some of that to put inside there. I think that would be beneficial. So I'll probably get some of that stuff. And yeah, I think and then the motor is a lot further than most people think, because I'm like still a couple of weeks out on videos. New parts. Well, most of this whole video is just unboxing that intercooler, but we can go over them here again quick. Grab this. So there's the intercooler, which is like, it's a water to air, so water goes in and then it comes out. And then there's the fuel pump, or not fuel pump, water pump for it. I don't really know the specs on it, is how much water it moves. I think it's all CX Racing. I think this whole kit's CX Racing. And then we have then down there, it's like basically like a radiator. I'm throwing it on the ground. But it's a water to air, or it's a heat exchanger. So, and that'll get mounted in front of the radiator. But yeah, this should be pretty awesome. Mount that thing in front of the radiator and we should have a pretty good and cool intake temps, which is power. And it also helps prevent detonation, which is not, I don't want that, not today. But yeah, there is videos coming up. My motor is together. It is on the cradle. I'm just waiting on push rods right now. The custom length push rods. Ben from Wyotech, he says that they should be done by Friday, so I should probably have them by Monday. And then once those come in, I will get those in, lower intake all throw on there, and throw the fuel, and then I'll put it into the engine. It'll get all bolted in, and then I'll do the upper intake on there, and then it's just buttoning up all these little things, like rebolting up the slave cylinder for the clutch, all my cables, running oil feed for the turbo again, and I gotta figure out how I'm gonna route that as well. Last night I cleaned up the trying to think here. I cleaned up I tried prepping it for getting the engine ready to be installed. I found one of my fuel lines was kind of bent over. It was my first time ever dealing with AN line, so I don't know, I don't like how they turned out. All the ends have kind of frayed. I kind of regret going with nylon. I kind of wish I would have went with the stainless steel, but the only reason why I went with the nylon is because they were black. I'm not a big fan on the, like, I don't know, the stainless looks cool and all, like with that stainless steel, like the silver braided and it's all steel. I like the look of it, but it's really flashy, and I wanted black to be subtle. I didn't want it to be flashy. Plus, I mean, I don't know, if I could get it in gold, I would do that, because that'd be sick. But I'm sure you can, and I don't want to pay those prices. But I've also thought about getting, they make gold, like, heat stuff. Do I have it in here? I don't think I have it. It's basically like a sleeve, and it just slides over stuff. Kind of like a heat shield. But they make gold of that. I might look into doing all that over my AN lines, which wouldn't be a bad thing. It's good to keep your oil. You want to keep your, like my oil feed would be nice to keep nice and cool, obviously. And my fuel lines, doesn't hurt to keep those nice and cold. Never hurts to keep anything cold. You want it to be, reasonably cold. You don't want to expose to really bad heat. I do know that like heat tape on the exhaust and all that stuff really helps keep down them engine bay temps, that's for sure. But it's a double-edged sword, because people say that because it's trapping moisture inside your exhaust manifolds, basically it'll rot from the inside out. But I mean, an exhaust manifold is it's an expendable. It'll take like 7-10 years or whatever before it'll rot away, but it's not. It's an expendable. You're gonna have to change them out, in my opinion. But But yeah, I mean, I think there's been a lot more. Let's see here. I know I have those AN12 line coming. Yep, there'll definitely be more videos coming out here soon. Trying to think what else there's coming up. It's hard to tell because I'm so far, like, I think I'm scheduled like 2 weeks out, I think. Either two or probably a month. I'm probably like a month out. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to try and drop like a full week of content. I don't know, not sure yet. Because the hard part is once the car is done and running, keeping content coming. I want to keep constant content. Prefer Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Worst case scenario, if I find it really hard to get content, I'll be going down to 1 video a week, which kind of sucks. But it's better than nothing. And then when winter rolls around next year, we'll probably go back to another build of some sort. But yeah, I know. Well, actually, I know when summer rolls around, this guy right here, that thing is gonna be she's got the cancer, so she's gonna get cut up pretty good. So I'll probably make some good how-to videos on it, as to how to you know, just like little basic videos, you know, like common questions. This is like how you remove certain things. Plus it'll be a good learning process for me because I haven't really, like, I would like to learn how to and if I could talk, I'd like to learn how to remove like door skins and stuff like that. I know I have to replace the hinges, or like I want to do the hinge pins on mine, on the driver's side door. That thing is annoying. Sometimes you got to lift the door up and put the pin back in because it falls out. But yeah, and then like I can do like steering wheel removal. Pretty much as many things. I'm gonna remove. This car will be literally nothing when it leaves my property. It'll be a frame, and if there's any good part of the frame, I'll cut that off as well because I don't want to waste that car. Yeah, I found that you can get a pin kit on eBay for like $7, but I've heard it really sucks to replace them. So, but I'm sure I plan to do that because it's really annoying and I really want to fix that. But for $7, and I think it's only one door kit. I don't know. But it's literally just the pins and the bushings. So, I think, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like it's going to be fun. But it'll be a good video, so, because I feel like that's something, if I'm having that problem, I'm sure everybody else is. But I've also thought about taking the one off of this door because, 1, it's free, and 2, it'd be easier. But I still want to learn how to rebuild it. It's always good to know that stuff. Plus, the video would be good. It could be helpful to the fiero community, and that's a big thing I want to be a part of, is trying to help out the fiero community. But yeah, I'm going to go over, like, I got a lot of videos I want to try and do. They're going to be small snippets, and I'll probably do those ones, like, just kind of sprinkled into the week, I guess, because they'll be shorter videos, I would imagine. I'm not sure. Depends on what it will be. Because I want to do like removing the fender, removing the front bumper, removing the rear bumper, tail lights, you know, all the basics, I guess. I don't know. I feel like that could be beneficial to anybody that has a question of that sort, and then they just go on there and boom, there it is. Now you know. I just gotta get better at that. I'm not very good at the instructions kind of based videos. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's a lot more tedious, takes a lot longer, and as is, this car is going to be a long time to tear down. It's going to be a good while, especially recording. It's going to probably quadruple the time it's going to take for me to tear this thing down. That's all right, because like I said, I'm tedious and I don't want to leave any good parts on there. I mean, I won't keep the windshield and stuff like that, but I might maybe try and remove it because I've never removed a windshield, so I mean, I could try and learn. Maybe we'll try and remove that rear window too, because I've heard that really sucks too. So we could try removing that too. Whether I keep it or not, that's the other question. But because if I ever break the back window in my Fiero, it's probably gonna go to Lexan, because race car life, I guess. All right. Any other questions or anything else you want to see real quick? Otherwise, I'm gonna end up the video here because it's a little cold. You can't really see it on the camera, I guess, but yeah. I think we should see a video running of the Fiero running in about a month. A video should be up. I'll probably go live for the first startup. Probably just like a little sneak peek. It'll be like 5 minutes, you know, if that. So that one will just randomly pop up, you know. Kind of be out of the way. Hopefully it's not too annoying that all my stuff is like so far outdated. But I just feel like it's easier to keep constant content than flooding just as I record it, putting them up. I think that's kind of lame, I guess, because otherwise I would have so many videos and they wouldn't get as much watched, I guess, because it's kind of hard to watch, you know, like, because every video is about 10 to 12 minutes now since I started doing every 3 days. When I did them daily, they were only like 5 minutes, so but yeah, they've definitely gotten longer. I don't really know. Well, I've also tried when I record, I'm trying to talk more, like give better updates, because usually when I first started, it used to be like, this is what we're doing today, and then a really long montage of me just in what would that be, a time lapse, and then the ending is this is what I did. I'm trying to do, you know, what I want to plan to do. Sorry about that. Looks like I lost connection for some reason real quick. But yeah, so it's just like one of those things where I want to try and get the trying to make my videos a little bit better. But I mean, a lot of these videos you're looking at when they're like 10 minutes, I think it's usually about, I don't know, some of these videos it's been like almost like 4 to 5 hours of work. So usually I can put out about 2 videos or produce 2 videos like a day usually, and they're about 10-minute videos, but it's usually about 8 hours of working on cars kind of stuff. It all depends on what it is. But yeah, see, we got somebody else here. Yeah, take it easy, Paul. Nice talking to you. What's up, Drunk Beata? You want to see the beauty? Let's see. Look at that. I didn't realize that these were threaded in here. I kind of should have guessed, but I didn't know what the tap was, so I ran one of my big taps through here. It's a 1/2 inch, so I'm probably gonna order that to AN12. Get myself some like 90s and stuff, because this stuff you'll see in the engine bay, so it'll look a lot better, I think, if I actually bought like the nice stuff. So I'll do that. But yeah, it's a 3 inch on both sides. And then here's the pump. I don't know what the flow rating is on it. This is what it says right there. I don't know if it can even see it. Doesn't really want to focus on that. But yeah, so here's the intercooler, or yeah, it's the water to air intercooler pump, and then then we got the heat exchanger. I'm pretty sure this has to get mounted in front of the radiator, because I don't think you really want warm air. I would imagine the air is going to be warmer coming out the back of the radiator, which kind of sucks because this would be really easy to install behind it, but I want the best performance out of this. This thing was not, I mean, it's CX Racing, so it was cheaper. I think it was like 290 bucks for this kit. Still pretty excited, not including all the hose. Then the hose was like another 100 bucks because I bought AN12 and I got these really fancy hose clamps too. So, but yeah. But alright, I'm going to take off here. Hope you guys enjoyed it, because I enjoyed it. I'm super excited. I think it's going to be sweet. Got a lot of work to do to get that thing mounted in there and everything plumbed up, but should be awesome. So, alright. See you in the next ones, guys. Should be some good videos. The Fiero should be running in probably a month. I think like a month out. The videos are a lot ahead, as I've already went over. So, yeah. See you guys later. How the hell do I end this thing? Here we go.